Cleophas Malala's cup of goodies, or I should say fortune, is getting filled to the brim by the day. Now with his latest appointment as the Secretary General of the ruling party, that is UDA, what does this portend for him in the near future and in Kenya's political landscape in general? That forms the basis of our conversation today here on Siasa Brigade, yet another insightful and informative show that touches on matters governance in this country and what is happening actually in the Kenyan political circles. My name is Richard Mwanjem. Indeed, always a pleasure to have you on board. With me to delve into this conversation is, of course, Kenya's most sought after political analyst. Today, donning a floral shirt, Herman Manyora. Great to see you.
Thank you, Richard.
Laid back, it is a great afternoon here in Nairobi.
Yeah, you know, it's hot and all that.
Big things happening, in the course of this week for us as a company. We were live on Monday.
Yes.
Monday midday. So
Correct.
Many people have watched us.
Oh, that's a beautiful. Feedback was good.
The question is...
I've taken my call and I'm already with people who want to join hands with us to be able to drive sense into this country.
One of our fans from Budapest just called me and he was trying to inquire, would you probably give them the scheduling, the programming for that live broadcast?
We will be live on Friday from 7:30 this
from
week.
7:30?
Yes.
This week?
This week, Friday, 7:30.
7:30 p.m.?
Yes.
One of the most bomber shows.
Yes, we were thinking of doing as early as Wednesday, but it's subject to confirmation.
Subject confirmation?
Yes.
But it will get better by the day?
By the day, we will be doing it 3 days in a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
You said it is hard-hitting and impartial?
Yes.
Of course. Let's get straight to today's conversation. We are talking about the recently appointed Secretary General of the ruling party, that is UDA, none other than one, Mr. Cleophas Malala. Let's start with the appointment itself. Many have applauded him and looked at this young man as a shining star in Kenya's political future. The question is, from many quarters, is his recent appointment, that of being the SG of UDA, probably him getting aligned for the gubernatorial cast in 2027 in Kakamega, taking to account that that is one of the most populous counties in the country and one which can deliver a second victory for Ruto in 2027. Do you think it's just Ruto trying to penetrate the Kakamega voting bloc?
Of course, that and many other things. Certainly, if you have your Secretary General, vibrant, coming from Kakamega, you stand a better chance in 2027 than you had in 2022 in terms of votes, if you are William Ruto. Yes.
And such a critical strategic county, Kakamega.
Yes.
The headquarters of Western politics.
It's second to Nakuru.
Second to Nakuru.
And after Kiambu, Nakuru, and then Kakamega, I think.
All right.
Yes.
Very well. Let alone that of Ruto trying to penetrate the Kakamega voting bloc in 2027, for Cleophas Malala, as a person who also harbors future ambitions in elective politics, would you say that probably this appointment has made him got some sense of security that it will be a walkover should he get into a second battle with Fernandez Barasa?
Yes, it adds impetus to really his campaign in 2027. It equips him better. Like he said, he will now be walking around with some little money as SG. And his own words, he can buy people some milk.
As early as this year,
He says here, across the country, as SG, akikuja, sitawacha hivi, nitawapatia kitu kidogo. And that's Kenyan politics for you. But Fernandez Barasa may also not be a walkover.
Really?
No, it's not.
Malala came that close to clinching it.
I think, in fact, there are a number of factors, including the postponement of the election, that made Malala get the votes he got. If the elections in Kakamega were not postponed, Malala would have not gotten 50% of the votes he got.
A spectacular failure would have come his way.
Oh, badly.
All right.
Even Omar Hassan in Mombasa, he got what he got because of the postponement. Otherwise, he would have been whitewashed.
By Nasir.
Yeah.
In the morning.
Yeah.
Let's advance the conversation, and this angle in this entire conversation relating to Malala's recent appointment Just like in Mount Kenya, we have seen Ndindi Nyoro groom himself as a potential successor to Rigathi Gachagua, and most likely if they fall out with the president, that's the DP and the president, like it was their case in the last regime. Now people are relating that to what is happening in Western Kenya block, whereby they find should Ruto fall in favor of should Wetangula and Mudavadi fall in favor of the sitting president, then Malala will be that blue-eyed boy to take that position. Do you think that appointment could in a way make that sense?
These things happen in politics all the time. In Shakespeare's Julius Caesar, there are three people who start off. But two of them discussing, and what do we do with this guy? One of them tells the other, you see what? This is just like a donkey which delivers gold. And the moment you take gold to the house, you send the donkey grazing.
Send it away.
So it is possible that Wetangula and Mudavadi have helped Ruto get the victory. And like the donkey in Julius Caesar by Shakespeare, they will be sent to graze. And that could then create room for people like Malala. Because Malala is, apart from these juvenile antics of his, he's a much more compact, aggressive politician with a bigger mobilization ability than Mudavadi by far. And because his eyes may not in the near future be focused on anything bigger than governor, he can really give Mudavadi and Wetangula a run for their money.
Not just Wetangula and Mudavadi a run for their money. Probably in that list, is it okay if you add probably Boni Khalwale, the senator of Kakamega? In this sense, we have seen Malala is now becoming quite influential in that particular region. And should he actually clinch the gubernatorial seat, should he vie in 2027, then what is left of Boni Khalwale? Don't you think this appointment is already the launch of the writing of Khalwale's political obituary in the influence of Kakamega as a...
Politics is not that predictable. But in a sense, yes. You know, Moses Wetangula,
Mudavadi.
Salim Mudavadi, son of Moses Mudavadi. Boni Khalwale is a bullfighter. I said of these people, they are better off working with Raila than with Ruto. Like the donkey in Julius Caesar that will be sent to graze, the treasure is shared among the people, those two guys. That is Octavius Caesar and Mark Antony. Ruto has no use for this gentleman. Absolutely not.
Really?
No. Come 2027, Ruto will be more interested in a Malala gubernatorial push
than Khalwale. Really?
Khalwale on his part will feel being senator is now too junior for him. He needs to go back where he wanted. But he will not manage
unless he becomes
Malala. And his sense of entitlement will not put him in very good books with Ruto. Now, Dito Mudavadi, Dito Wetangula. Wetangula have helped and Mudavadi have helped Ruto to become president. In the process, engaging in what is obviously self-destruction. Mudavadi has recently said, huyu jamaa anarudi tuambiane ukweli, that in 2027, Ruto is
still getting a second term.
Back. So that begs the question, when lies Moses Mudavadi's son? So where is Mudavadi? Because he must now then convince the people that Ruto will ditch, vijana masema this, he will ditch Gachagua in 2032. Evidence near me persuades me that Ruto cannot do that sort of thing to Gachagua.
It is a far-fetched dream.
It's a far-fetched dream. So then if you look at 10 plus 10, Gachagua 10, Ruto 10, 20, 20 plus Mudavadi's age puts Mudavadi at beyond 80. Wetangula and beyond 80. Now,
They might have the power like
unless
Raila
Kenya
has.
becomes Cameroon with Paul Biya, these guys they have written their own political obituary.
As early
The
as
three of them. I go back to this, and you know when I say things, I don't say because I hate anyone. I say what I'm seeing. The political future for Mudavadi, Wetangula, and Khalwale lay with Raila more than with Ruto. And that's the point I was trying to make. Now they can see it. What is worse, for these gentlemen, they will have to operate under the mercy of William Samoei Ruto. And Malala has already told them. Malala has told Wetangula, fold that
your
kiosk of yours.
You're calling for Kenya kiosk
Yeah, you know, not me. It's Malala.
and ANC.
Yeah, he has told ANC, Funga. He has told them you cannot be prime cabinet secretary and have a party in the competition with the ruling party.
Fold
You
and join.
cannot be Speaker of the National Assembly, courtesy of UDA, and have a party in the competition with
UDA.
UDA. Fold those kiosks. And he's giving them 2 weeks. Look at the embarrassment, please.
Ultimatums.
Look at the embarrassment of a junior politician of the level and the caliber of Malala, giving Wetangula, with all his years of experience,
Political elders.
political elders like Mudavadi and Wetangula, being given a
Ultimatum.
for 1 week to fold their kiosks. They had it coming, they invited it, they ain't seen nothing.
They made their bed.
Because Ruto knows they are at his mercy. They will be dragged through embarrassing moments. We speak today, the MP for Sabatia, where Mudavadi hails from, is UDA.
Not even ANC. Wow.
I don't know whether you get what I'm trying to say.
I get. Petrol in the
As we
bucket.
speak today, we know that the political leadership of Higa County is ODM, governor, ODM, senator. That's the political leadership. If Ruto had given respect to Mudavadi and worked with them, they perhaps would have taken these 2 seats. I come from Viga. If he had not been in competition with them, maybe they would have taken one like Senate. Recently, in the by-election to fill Wetangula's Senate seat, UDA fielded a candidate. That is just Kionjo. In the days to come, we shall see drama. Mudavadi and Wetangula will be made to look like children because they need those positions.
They ain't seen
They
nothing
put
yet.
themselves there. The only reason they did that was to spite Raila and Uhuru. They knew it was not a good move.
But they tested
But
the waters.
despite Raila, because they were sulking, angry, and all those, and annoyed with Raila and Uhuru.
Uhuru.
But they should have known. If they didn't know, then they are not what the politicians we think they are. They would have known, beyond giving Ruto a chance to be president, there will be nothing in this thing for them.
Very
Nothing.
insightful.
Zero.
Very insightful.
And
sir.
Malala could be used, to come back to your question, to cut them to size. And he has started with gusto.
Use and dump method.
Yes. That's in politics. It happens across the world. So if Mudavadi and Wetangula didn't know, but maybe we are blaming them for nothing. Maybe they're enjoying these small things they have. Maybe they are not cut for big things.
That's all they want.
Yeah, they want to be Speaker of the National Assembly, NA001, prime cabinet things, you what?
Blah, blah, blah.
Office for spouse. Maybe that for them is good.
It's good enough. Yeah.
Kuna watu wengine ambition yao ni kidogo. Kitu kidogo kama hiyo.
And like Kalonzo and the rest.
Yeah. So they never wanted to be big things. And I feel sorry for Mudavadi. Because I always try to find under what circumstances Mudavadi would not become president of this country. I could not see.
When he tested the seat of vice president.
I knew Mudavadi would be president of this country at some time. His stars are always aligned for him. But he's throwing mud at the stars. Because then, by breaking bridges, burning bridges with Raila, he has lost a critical constituency that would have propelled him to State House.
And the voting bloc at large.
A big voting bloc. Combine Luo, Luya, you have it.
Busia and
gone.
all that. Which Raila still enjoys 70% influence. Even in the latest polls.
In your own home. So what is it they were doing?
Very well. Let's end it at this point. We have seen Malala launch this charm offensive against Azimio la Umoja wa Kenya coalition, all thanks to the trips he has made in Nyanza region and all those areas he has been going with those cheskers, splashing sort of opulence and power display. Do you think this will work in his favor, or is probably overdoing it so much, or just the excitement that comes with this appointment?
Part of it is juvenile excitement. It's understandable. These are young people. This power is too much. To be Secretary General of a big party like UDA, which happens also to be the ruling party, it's not, it can get you ahead. And the younger you are, the easier it is for small power to get you ahead. So that's how I want to understand it.
He needs to check in.
But he will settle down with time. Yeah.
Let's give him the grace.
Give him the time, give him grace period, pray for him. But he started very badly. Talking about Kisumu in the manner he talked about Kisumu, pointing it yellow at a time people are grieving and hurting, that was in bad taste.
Folding kiosks and all
Speaking with bravado, targeting Raila and the rest of those people in Kisumu at a time we are under the threat of mass action, that was also childish.
Insightful there from Herman Manyora, nuggets of wisdom to Cleophas Malala with regards to his latest appointment and what kind of task lays ahead for him if he indeed wants to have a great political future in this country and also to be a better servant to the citizens. It is at that point that we wrap up this conversation today on Siasa Brigade, your #1 show on matters politics in this country. Thank you for tuning in. Indeed, always a pleasure. Make sure you also join in on our other editions on this channel, that is on different shows. We have Herman Manyora on Saturdays doing his solo presentation there in Jadiel Kabiro, Evan Sokinyi, and on our sister channel, go there, check out Waris Kimathi with a very bomber show on matters, social issues in this country. You don't want to miss out on them. Until next time, God bless.